module assignment, your main task is to complete the methods section of your final proposal. This section is one of the most important pieces of your project because it provides information to the reviewers that they need to judge the validity, rigor, and feasibility of your study or intervention. In other words, this is where you will show exactly how your program will work and why your approach is scientifically sound. Your methods section should be clear, systematic, and detailed enough that another researcher could replicate your program based on your description alone. Scientific writing is direct, organized, and so focused on precision rather than storytelling. As you work through the assignment, be sure you revisit the journal articles you reviewed earlier. The methods sections are examples of the tone, level of detail, and structure you are aiming for. Also, look back for any feedback that you received on earlier protocol assignments and incorporate those improvements here. And don't forget to check the APA section or guidelines in your readings. This will help ensure your formatting and organization meets academic standards. Start by clearly describing the design you're using, whether it's a randomized control trial or a quasi-experimental model, a pre-test, post-test structure, or another evaluation design. Explain why this design is the best fit for your intervention. The overall structure of the study, how groups or conditions will be assigned if applicable. We want to know the duration of the program and the sequence of activities. Will you use any control or comparison groups? This helps me understand the logic behind your design. Next, you will describe exactly who will participate in your study or program. Be specific. Include your target population and the criteria participants must meet. Also include any exclusion criteria, the estimated sample size, and why that number is appropriate, how you plan to recruit participants, and where recruitment will take place. Describe your consent procedures and ethical considerations. How will you protect participants and maintain confidentiality? Clear participant descriptions show whether your program is feasible and ethically sound. This is the heart of your methods section, your operational blueprint. You will describe step by step how your program or intervention will be implemented. Be sure to include the exact sequence of procedures, who will administer the intervention, what materials, tools, or curriculum you will use, how many sessions there will be, how long they will last, and in what format they will take place. Describe the settings, such as a clinic, school, community center, or virtual environment. Any adaptations or tailoring you make for your specific population. This section should be so clear, again, that anyone could replicate your program. You'll identify instruments and tools you'll use to evaluate your program. Be sure to list out each variable you plan to measure, the tools or instruments you will use, validated scales, surveys, biometric devices, interviews, checklists, and so on. What each measure assesses, any reliability or validity evidence, when each measure will be administered, such as pre-test, post-test, or follow-up, and be sure to be concise but thorough. I want to know that your measures are appropriate and scientifically grounded. Finally, you'll describe a plan for analyzing the data you collect. Be sure to include the specific statistical tests you will use, such as t-test, ANOVA, chi-square, descriptive statistics, or something else. Be sure you tell me what software or analytic tools you rely on, such as SAS or SPSS, how you plan to code or analyze qualitative data if you are collecting it, and how each analysis connects back to your primary research questions. Describe how you might handle missing or incomplete data. Your design analysis plan should match your overall design, your measures, and your objectives. Completing the methods section is a major milestone in your final proposal. By writing it now with accuracy, detail, and intention, you'll make the last stages of this course much easier and ensure that your project reflects strong scientific and professional standards. Take your time now, follow the guidelines closely, and use earlier work to help shape this section. You're building something meaningful here, and your methods section is the foundation.